Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It is time for Last Second Suppers. Here's the deal. This is, are you still fretting over the thing?
Not fretting.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Maybe you said that Pam sprayed my mouth.
Yeah, the Brock's turkey dinner candy corn. No, nix that. This is better, though. All right.
Okay.
Last Second Suppers, here's the point of this whole thing. It's ideas for those nights when you get home late, everybody's hungry, you have no idea what you're going to eat, and you do not want to spend a bunch of time in the kitchen. You're like, I don't care, I just want to eat something, all right? Dinner time is easier if you have some staple items on hand at all times. Here's something I want you to go get. Eggs.
Oh, you got to have eggs.
If you have eggs on hand, you have dinner. You know, Tom did the omelet thing the other day.
Yep.
Got 3 eggs here. If you've got eggs, you've got dinner. Another thing I want you to keep on hand, if you would, please, spaghetti sauce.
So far, I'm batting 1,000
Yeah,
here.
spaghetti sauce, tomato sauce. If you make it yourself, great. If you don't, just buy it, but have it on hand. This recipe I'm about to make is sometimes called shakshuka. Okay?
Shakshuka.
It's essentially poaching eggs in some tomato sauce, or in this case, some marinara. Now, I did this morning. It worked out great. You literally break your egg into this sauce, and you let it sit there and poach. And it's absolutely delicious. Here's the thing. When I did it this morning, it takes a few minutes. So what I'm going to do is close the lid on this thing, and I'm going to hope that it goes ahead and poaches. So we're going to put the lid on it, but here's the deal. This is a Mediterranean dish, okay, that's been around like for centuries. Hugely popular in Israel, okay, but I'm making this the easy way on the stovetop. Some people put it in the oven. You know, they get an oven safe, like some kind of a cast iron skillet or something. They stick it in the oven. You don't have to have an oven to do this. You just set it in here, let your tomato sauce get nice. Now, a lot of people have this for breakfast, okay?
It looks, actually, with the ingredients, it looks like it's good anytime you want it.
Well, it's kind of a breakfast for dinner thing, but it's also something that you can throw other things in. If you have some leftovers, nothing says you can't throw bacon in here, maybe some extra vegetables, things like that. But I like it with some nice crusty bread, which I got some bread here. I toasted it up and I buttered it. I think it would be delicious to put the egg on top of the bread, but I also think pulling the bread apart and literally eating that egg.
I think that's the way I would do it.
With the bread. So we're going to take a look at it. Okay. Now this one, I don't know if you can see this right here. This one is really starting to cook well. But now see, you've got to let it go for a little bit. You've just got to let it go. So we're going to let this keep going. I don't know if we have a photo of the finished product that I made earlier today. If we don't, I will, it's already on our Ozarks Live Facebook page, you can see it. But it took me, I'm guessing, 7 or 8 minutes for it to sit there and cook. I believe this is hotter than mine, so I have hopes that maybe this will cook sooner, at least that one egg.
Yeah, but, not necessarily though,
Well, not necessarily, because here's the thing, you're gonna learn a little bit about your stovetop. Like mine, I had to spin the skillet this way because the ones over here were cooking quicker than the ones over here. But either way, you set them in there, you essentially let them poach, and you are done. So you can kind of sort of walk away from the stove on this one, at least for a little bit. Okay?
Now let me ask you this, because of where you're standing, do you want this centered on the burner? Because,
Was it not centered?
No.
Oh, you saw me move it. Yeah, don't ever hesitate to move it back.
Okay.
Now see, this one is looking really, really good.
Yeah, it's
Here's
starting to
the
go
thing,
white
though.
there and everything.
I know that your liking in terms of eggs is not terribly runny. Is that correct?
That's
You
true.
prefer them to be hard-boiled?
But
okay.
I haven't tasted this, and this looks like,
Let that sit there for a
good.
second. Let me give you a little tip.
Okay.
These are going to continue to cook even after you take them off because they're sitting in the hot liquid, right? And people recommend that you literally serve the table straight out of this. Okay, you could take this to the table, or you could have people come build their plates, but those are still going to cook. So the egg is going to set up longer. But I'm going to go ahead and take one out. Now see, that's cooked quite well. I think this is exactly how I would like it.
There you go.
Okay, so see, you have your egg all poached up.
A little sauce.
A lot of nice sauce to go with it. And again, you could have a side dish or not, but look at this. It's gorgeous. Like I said, I made one this morning. I was super happy with it. A piece or two of crusty bread, and you can just
look at that.
See
Can you
that?
get a shot?
And you saw how quick it cooked. It takes almost no time.
There it is right there.
There it is.
Very nice.
And it's done. And it's delicious for breakfast, but it's a darn nice dinner. I mean, you got your protein in your egg. It's good stuff.
And you
yeah.
have bread. I like bread and
Yeah,
butter.
you'll have to try it.
I will do that.